Yes, this is a response to the Kiana video, Skinny Women, Skinny Chicks Are Evil. I just want to get my input on it as far as some of my experiences. And yes, I have read the book some time ago. And I remember in the book, it talked about different levels of skinny women. And I remember specifically she talked about the evil eights. Watch out for the evil eights. And sometimes the evil eights could be a skinny woman that used to be big but lost all the weight and became an evil eight. Those are the ones that I've encountered the most, and a lot now. But even now, well, anyway, like, I could relate to going to the clothing store, and as long as you're in a plus size area, everything is all good in most cases. But soon you start venturing out to the misses or whatever, the other sizes that's like 16, size 16 or under, then you start getting all kinds of looks. Yes, I can relate to that. I can relate to going to a restaurant and you see people coming through the door and they make a beeline just to walk up behind you to see what you're eating. And some of them will be bold enough to really say some dumb shit out their mouths. I had one older man. I was getting something for my father from this diner. Something, a takeout or something. I think it was banana pudding or something like that. And this older man assumed it was for me. And he made this statement, "You better be careful." I was like, "Excuse me, what do you mean by that?" "Well, you better be careful." I said, "What do you mean by that? You tell me I better be careful. What do you mean?" Well, then he paused for a minute. "You could get fat." I said, "Excuse me, first of all, I don't need you in my business. And second of all, this is not for me. So thank you kindly, eat your food and have a nice day." That's just some of the dumb shit, ignorant stuff I have to go through. And it's not just that skinny women are evil, well, most of them are, but it's people in general, because I get shade from the big girls too, especially when you look better than them. But in the club, I got bumped by other thick chicks. I'm like, what the hell? I mean, you dressed up looking nice too. You don't gotta bump me, things like that, stupid shit like that. So I could really, really relate to that. And even now that I'm married, I mean, me and my husband, we could be walking down the street, and guys will say little stuff, not necessarily about my weight or nothing like that, because they see my husband, walking down the street with his pretty wife. They'll be like, "Oh, you married?" "Yes, we're married." Obviously we got our rings on our fingers, so yes, we're married. We're not faking it. And then I see some other chicks. A lot of chicks in my neighborhood, they look very rough looking. Some of them they dress pretty decent, look like they go to the club or whatever like that. They dress, it's Friday night. They dress pretty decent, and I could just have my jeans and my top on with my my jacket, and I'm walking down the street with my husband, very little makeup or almost no makeup at all. I might have some shades and throw some lip gloss on, and I get chicks literally stopping. We walking past, they'll stop and then like try to be slick, acting like they trying to wait for somebody. but they really watching us, or they watching me. You know, so I could really relate to that. And you know, the restaurants where you got that waitress that want to come by your table 50 million times and say little slick stuff or try to hurry up and get rid of you, you know. Or you go to a fast food joint and you have somebody or the manager there literally try to get you to buy more things. I'd be like, no, that's not what I want. If I ask for a 8-piece, don't try to push me to get a 20-piece. Please don't do that. And some sides. And then they'll be like, are you sure? That's another thing. That's another thing too. And don't get me started with the co-workers. Please don't get me started with the co-workers. Okay. This what incident. This one chick, she don't like me, I don't like her. But anyway, she was going around passing out cookies. One thing about me, I may be a thick chick, but I don't eat after everybody. It's a reason for that. I don't eat after everybody. Well, anyway, she tried offering me some cookies, and I was like, no, thank you. She said, oh, are you sure? You know, with that little smug look on her face, I wanted to slap the holy piss out of her for real. Am I sure? Like, bitch, just because I'm big or thick and curvy doesn't mean I eat every fucking thing in sight. Cause in the summertime, what baffles them is while they drinking up Kool-Aid and shit, I drink water, and they can't understand, you know, figure out what's going on with me, whatever. But I get a lot of that up in there. Are you sure? I'm like, if you don't take your mannish, troll-looking ass out my face and go mind your damn business. But anyhow. You know, so I could really relate to those things, especially a lot of evil 8s. You know, they crack them little jokes and kikiing. Oh, do this make me look fat? Oh, I'm on a diet. You know, out loud, and then they cutting little looks at me or at the thick chicks. And yeah, them evil 8s. So I could really relate to that. And a lot of these skinny chicks, they really need to stop the bull crap. Ain't no reason to be insecure, because it's insecurity. Because let me tell you something, that goes for any woman. If you know you got your stuff locked and you secure about yours, you don't got to worry about doing dumb shit, playing games, trying to downplay somebody on the sneak tag, trying to get another dude attention that's not even paying you no mind. If your confidence level is up there like that, you know you got your shit together, you gonna need to do all that. You don't gotta work extra hard to get somebody to pay attention to you, just to even glance at you. You don't have to work extra hard to try to joke shade at the big girl so the dude could chuckle and look at you. Only a weak-minded dude would do that. You can have him, but you know. But yeah, I totally could relate to that. And sometimes I think, in some cases, family members could be really cruel than strangers. They could be cruel sometimes, worse than strangers. I experienced some of that too, throughout my lifetime. I struggled with my weight, off and on. I was never really obese. When I was younger, I was chubby, and then I would lose the weight. I started getting active and stuff, and I lost the weight. So Yeah, and then a lot of times when you do lose the weight, the same ones that's throwing shade at you, the ones that try to get you fat again. They're the ones that try to sabotage your diet or try to say you exercise too much. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll try to downplay you or say something like you look better when you was bigger. You know, just jealous. I can't stand jealous ass chicks, period. That's why I get along with men better than women. You know, that's just how I always been. So chicks always been, whether I'm big or small, chicks always been throwing shade at me. You know, it's like, and I'm not arrogant or nothing. It's just how it is. I don't know if it's how I look. You know what I'm saying? I was told that I do have an exotic looking look in my face. I don't look like everybody else that's around me. And, you know, like you have chicks around here, they look average. But me, I stand out because I look more exotic. You know, that's what I was told. And I'm like, oh, because I couldn't figure it out. And somebody, you know, broke that down. Several people actually broke that down to me. Like, you know, you had this exotic look about you. It's just something about you that stands out, and they're afraid of that. And I'm like, oh, that's what it is. But yes, I could totally relate to that. Or you go do a drive-through, Lord Jesus, and you order something, and you always got this little angry chick in the hood, put it that way, them little angry chicks cut you this little look, and they never give you what you fucking order. They always mess up your order on purpose. You ask for example, if I ask for a ginger ale, why the fuck I'm getting a Diet Coke? Yeah, been through that too. If I ask for 2 biscuits, why you give me 1 or none at all? Or if I ask for a chicken wing, because I'm a wing girl, I get a big old breast. You know, stupid shit like that, you know, us thick chicks gotta go through. Especially if you pretty. Especially if you pretty. And don't get me started at the nail shops. Lord Jesus. I know they be talking about us at the nail shops. I know they do. Especially when they see a real, you know, especially like a obese woman come through the door. Oh my God. I be just, they just start talking in their Thai language. I said, I know they talking about that chick. Lord Jesus. But and some of the women be throwing shade at them too. Yeah, and don't let her be married and have a ring on her finger, or keep herself together. She could be big but keep herself together. Oh my God, them the ones that get hated on for real. And if you watch, pay attention to that new Tyler Perry show. If you watched the show last week, that give you a glimpse of that shit. You gotta catch it. Last week, when Tasha told the light skinned friend, see, I knew I didn't trust you because she's up in here talking to my man about something they couldn't tell me. Yeah, I knew I couldn't trust you. You try to talk to my man. Then to come to find out, you know, the truth was revealed that the baby mama was trying to get back with him. Check out with when the heavy set dark skinned woman try to say little flirtatious stuff to her husband, she said nothing. Did y'all peep that out? When she was like, hey daddy, I'm listening to you, daddy. Ooh, you had to watch your man walking up on him. Tasha said nothing. Please tell me y'all caught that. She said nothing to her, but was all up in the light-skinned chick face. You try to talk to my man. Because she know, hey, she looked at her like, fat bitch, he don't want you. You need to fall back. He don't want your ass. Well, anyway, my time is up. I just want to add my input to, this matter, and I'm out.